So last week we did a wild Madden 19 challenge to see how far you could actually kick a field goal in Madden 19. We gave every single advantage to the kicker. We made the kick power sliders all the way to the maximum. We gave him 99 stats across the board, and we made sure we got into a game that had an insane amount of win at our backs. And the conclusion was a little bit surprising. Now, not gonna spoil it. There's a link to every single challenge at the top of the description box. But today, as requested by you guys, we're gonna kind of do the same thing, but not. I'm pretty sure you guys can let you know what's about to happen because it's in the title. But today, we're going to see what the farthest possible punt is in Madden 19. So hopefully you guys are excited for today's challenge, and if you are, make sure to drop a like. Let's see if once again we can smash 2,000 likes on this challenge. On the field goal challenge, we smashed 2,000 likes, so let's see if we can do it again. If you guys have any other challenge ideas, let me know in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe if you're new, turn on the notification bell if you haven't. With that said, let's take a look at today's contestant. So today's contestant, it isn't Marquette King. Definitely isn't Marquette King. So if it's not Marquette King, who is it? I don't know, some guy named Bill. But with that said, I don't know, some guy named Bill has some crazy stats. So going over to rating, we have his awareness bumped all the way up to 99. We have his kick power all the way up to 99, and his kicking accuracy is also all the way up to 99. And also, just for the heck of it, we went ahead and put his toughness all the way up to 99. Messing with the player sliders once again. Going to punt power, gonna put it all the way up to 100. And same thing with punt accuracy, although it really shouldn't have much effect on how far, I don't know, some guy named Bill actually punts the football. So instead of wasting the first few minutes in practice mode like we did last video, we're gonna go ahead and immediately jump into a play now game. Now, the biggest two complaints I got on the prior video is the fact that we didn't play in Denver, and because of the altitude in Denver, the balls can be kicked farther. Now, okay, so I know that's real in real life, but dudes, I'm 99% sure EA doesn't go that far in depth and have the altitude difference in Denver as an actual thing in Madden. But just to make you guys happy and for you guys to believe that that's not a thing, we will play in Denver in today's video. Hence why we have, I don't know, some guy named Bill as our punter who was already on the Denver Broncos. We're going to jump into this game. I guess we'll go ahead and keep it on all Madden. But once again, what we are going to do is turn the weather to windy, which makes sense, and hopefully we'll be able to kick a punt when we have some type of ridiculous wind at our back, and we'll keep getting into games until we can get the strongest amount of wind as possible. And the other complaint I had was the fact that I wasn't holding the kick arrow meter down. Dog, I was. I mean, it was just a fact. So if you say I wasn't, you're just wrong. Like, there's nothing else to it. You're just freaking wrong. Literally every single kick in that video, I was holding it all the way down. I don't know what else to say. You're just freaking wrong. So just to like get the elephant out of the room, that wasn't a thing. So I don't think there's anything that you guys can be aggravated at in today's video. So I'm giving, I don't know, some guy named Bill the best possible opportunity to like impress us and probably punt the football, or hopefully punt the football about 237 yards. So you might think I'm an imbecile, but one of the hardest parts of this is trying to get down exactly at the 1 yard line. So Devonta Freeman, let's just not be a safety. That was perfect. Absolutely perfect. I actually let the play clock run out so we get like an inch closer to the goal line. So let's see if, I don't know, some guy named Bill can punt the football all the way to the other end zone. Hopefully this is pretty simple and a lot simpler than the other challenge. So we're gonna punt the football, putting the thing all the way down, although you guys can't even see. Why would I lie about that anyway? Here we go. Perfect punt, perfect accuracy, and the punt is going, dude, that's like, dude, it's exactly the same. That's 80 yards. Well, actually, that's probably out of the back of the end zone. The end zone's roughly like, oh, dude, how many yards is the end zone? 10 yards. I should have known that. Anyways, so that was technically a 90-yard punt. Oh, I'm a freaking moron. Did you guys not see me do that earlier? So at least we get, hey, at least we get an accurate, like, comparison here, because he just punted the ball. It was 80 to the 20-yard line. The end zone is like 10 yards, or is 10 yards. He was about 8 yards deep in the end zone. So that was technically about, I would say, a 78. No, that would be like an 88-yard punt. Now, that was with like the normal punt power slider. So now, let's see how much the punt slider actually has an effect on how far you actually punt the football. Because, I mean, spoiler alert, if you watch the field goal video, like, that didn't affect it hardly at all. Like, maybe by like 2 or 3 yards. So now we get to see how different the punting is with the punt power from 50 to 100. Oh, I'm a freaking moron. I'm a freaking moron. Well, here we go, fellas. Now with 100 kick power, we're knocked all the way back. So I would say he's probably, I would say maybe about 8 yards. 8 yards deep into the end zone. So here we go. Good kick. Good accuracy. And, dude, see, it literally goes. Like, it's exactly the same. Literally, that was actually shorter. That one was genuinely shorter. And I put the punt power all the way up. That literally makes zero sense. Like, how is it, like, do these videos show that the punt and kick power sliders don't mean anything at all? Because they used to in the past. What's the point in putting this all the way up if it doesn't actually mean anything? So here we go again. Trying it in the third quarter. Still a 13-mile-per-hour wind at my back. Maybe I didn't notice something had changed before, but it's a 13-mile-per-hour wind at my back. All the way up. Let's see. This is going to be... Dude, that was shorter again. So it seems like... Now, that one rolled a little bit farther because a lot of it does matter how far the ball rolls. But that was still... That was about... I mean, he punted it about 88. It bounced a few yards. I mean, that was roughly like a 90-yard punt. Let's see exactly what it says stat-wise, what the longest punt is so far in the game. You gotta also, like, you have to add like 8 yards to it. But we go into the game stats, go into player stats, and go into punting. And the longest punt, his average is 65 yards. Longest punt is 83, so plus 8 to that. That's about a 92-yard punt. But still, I feel like it should be farther with everything we've added into the game. Especially, I'm just shocked that there's not any difference with a 50 punt power slider to a 100 punt power slider. So this time, I'm not even going to put the kick meter all the way down. Like, I'm not going to hold the analog stick down and just see if that has any difference right here. See if the ball would land any further down that we about got blocked. Whoa. Whoa. I bet. Alright, bet. So if you don't hold the analog stick down, dog, that was over a 100-yard punt. That was literally, that had to be a 107-yard punt, I think. So maybe it's completely different when it comes to punt and field goals. But hot darn, we just freaking punted the football without holding the analog stick down. Almost 110 yards. So I'm trying this again, seeing if we can get a really good bounce. There's once again a 13-mile-per-hour wind at my back. And let's see. Like, that is a disgusting punt. If we can get a really good bounce that gets into the end zone. I'm just curious. So that was about 2 yards into the end zone. So that is about 100 to, that's like 110-yard punt. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure what the game is going to list it at. I mean, I graduated college like 8 months ago, 9 months ago, so my math might not be right, but I'm pretty sure that ball just traveled 110 yards, which is absolutely insane. So the title of the video is probably, is it possible to punt the ball over 100 yards in Madden? Yeah, it looks like you can. So that's listed as 99 yards. So insane. Obviously, it can't go any farther than that. But that is crazy. So with everything... I'm curious. The last thing we're going to do, so you can punt the football over 100 yards. Roughly, that was about 110 yards. So let's see, actually, if we make the slider back to 50. I just want to see what the difference is, because the first time you guys saw it, there was literally zero difference comparing it to 50 punt power slider to 100 punt power slider. But that was with the analog stick being held down. So I'm going to go back and just punt the football normally. So here we go, last chance to see if there's a difference between 50 punt power slider and 100 punt power slider. Kick is all the way up. Accuracy is perfect. And it's exactly the same. That actually went further. Dude, that actually went much further. That was like a 112-yard punt. So, dude's right there. Like, why does the kick and punt power sliders not mean anything? So, like, if they're there, shouldn't they mean something? Stupid. But, so the answer to the question in the video is yes. That ball was actually punted in the air about 100 yards. So, yes, you can punt a football over 100 yards in Madden easily.